Hello and welcome. My name is Savannah, and today I will be guiding you through a class for Seasonal Affective Disorder. Seasonal Affective Disorder is a mood disorder that is directly affected by the sunlight that we get. So when we see the sun less and less, and the days get shorter, we may find we have trouble falling asleep. Our energy decreases and our mood decreases as well. So if you are feeling or experiencing any of these things, this can be a great class for you. Yoga is an awesome tool to have in our tool belt for any kind of mental health issue, including seasonal affective disorder. Exercise is always a great way to work on our mental health and to boost our mood, but yoga specifically is good because of the mind-body connection. Yoga allows us to get out of our head and into our body. It helps us to see that we have everything we need already inside of us. It allows us to take care of ourselves, to focus on us for the time that we are on our yoga mat. And it also helps us find our breath, using our breath to slow our thoughts down, to get connected, to get grounded. I really hope that you enjoy this practice and that it allows you to find a little bit of relief and comfort and reassurance. If this class is helpful for you, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up and if you leave me a comment in the comment section of the video. Thank you so much. Let's begin by finding a cross-legged or kneeling seat. Any seat that is comfortable for you. You can sit on a pillow, a cushion, a bolster, whatever you have to elevate the hips. Allow the shoulders to stack over top of the hips and allow the top of your head to reach up towards the sky. Make any adjustments that you need in your body so that you can be here right now for yourself. Notice your breath. Get settled into this moment. Follow your breath. As each breath comes in and as each breath moves out through the nose or the mouth. Can you think of a few things that you are grateful for? They can be big or small. There's no right or wrong answer. Whatever comes to mind is good. And now, can you think of a few things that bring you joy? Perhaps it is your favorite meal. Maybe it is a song. Maybe it is an outfit. Maybe it is something you are looking forward to. Again, there is no right or wrong answer. And whatever comes to mind right now is good. What is bringing you joy? As you think of some things that bring you joy, can you breathe into those things? Take a moment to notice how you are feeling. How is the body feeling? And how is your mind feeling? Good. From here, let's work into some movements. Softly blink your eyes open if you had them closed. Let's bring our fingers to our ears. And we're gonna come into some quicker twists. So as we inhale, we'll twist to the left. And as we exhale, we'll twist over to the right. It will look like this. Allow your exhale to be a little bit more forceful and deep, and your inhale will just come as naturally as it can. Let's begin. Hands to the ears, fingers to the ears, sit up nice and tall. Inhale to the left, exhale right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Continue just like this. If you need to move slower, you can do that. Allow the twist to come from your core, the very center of your body. Let's do 3 more. Good. Come back to center. Bring your hands down on your lap. We will do that once again, but let's take a few breaths before repeating it. Sit up nice and tall. Allow your shoulders to come down away from your ears. Relax your hands down on your lap. 1 big breath here. Okay, bring your hands to your ears. You can move slower or more quickly. But as you inhale, you'll come to the left. As you exhale, you'll come to the right. Allow the inhale to be natural, and the exhale is a little bit more deep and a little bit louder. Okay, inhale, left, exhale, right. Go at your own pace and find what works well for you. Two more. Come back to center, bring your hands on your lap. Take 2 big breaths right here. Reach your arms up, inhale, exhale, cactus your arms, bringing your elbows down towards the ground. Thinking of squeezing a pencil in between your shoulder blades at your upper back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze that pencil in between your shoulder blades. Find a bit of a back bend, maybe look up. Inhale, release, arms up. Exhale, elbows come down, cactus your arms, maybe you gaze up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower the elbows down, come into those cactus arms. Gaze up if that feels okay for your neck. Inhale, reach up. Hands come together at heart center. Come into a tabletop position. From here, allow the hips to stack over top of the knees. Start to walk your hands out in front towards the top of your mat. Melt your chest and your heart down towards the ground. Maybe the forehead can reach the ground and it can rest there. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. The hips reach up towards the sky as the heart and the chest melt down towards the ground. 5 breaths here, in and out, through the nose or the mouth. And can you stay connected to your breath throughout this class? Two more breaths. Walk your hands back in towards center so the shoulders will stack over the wrists, hips over knees. Stretch your right leg straight back behind you, lifting it up so it is in line with your spine. Stretch your left arm so the opposite arm out in front of you. Look just down to your mat in front of your right hand. Can you reach farther behind you with the right foot? Farther out in front with the left hand. From here, bend elbow and knee. Crunch it in, elbow and knee touch, or maybe they don't. Either way is good, and extend it out long. Inhale here, exhale, elbow and knee towards one another. Inhale, extend, long. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow and knee towards one another. One more here, inhale. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow and knee towards one another. Inhale, extend. Hand and knee come down to the ground. Right away, let's move to the other side. Stretch your left leg back behind you. The toes will point down to the ground. Right arm comes out in front of you. Look down to the mat just in front of your left hand. Can you reach farther out in front with the right hand, farther behind you with the left foot? Inhale here. Exhale, elbow and knee towards one another. Crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow and knee towards one another. One more time, inhale, open up. Exhale, elbow and knee towards one another. Crunch it in. Inhale, extend, find space, get bigger. Drop hand and knee down, come to tabletop. Good. From here, walk yourself back out into puppy pose once again. So hips stay over top of the knees. Walk your hands out towards the top of your mat. Hips lift up to the ceiling as the heart and the chest drop down towards the mat. Maybe the forehead rests down onto the mat. Maybe it doesn't. Either way is fine. Let's drop the elbows down. Come forward onto your belly. Your shoulders are over top of your elbows, propping yourself up onto your forearms. Lift your chest up a little bit more. The legs can be closer together or farther apart. It's up to you. From here, lower yourself down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into the hands to come into a cobra. Lifting your chest up, lift your heart up towards the sky. Allow the elbows to come in towards the sides of your body. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more just like this. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. From here, come into tabletop. Hands and knees. Tuck all 10 toes under. Lift your hips up and back towards the sky. The legs can be as bent as they need to be. The heels do not need to be reaching the mat. Let's look forward right away. Walk your feet up to the top of your mat to meet your hands. Bring your hands to your shins. Find a nice long spine. Gaze forward. Drop it down. Fold over your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up. Fold right back down over the legs. Bend your knees as much as you need. Halfway lift, hands come onto the shins. Lengthen out through the back body. The knees can be bent. Plant the hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Hips lift up, downward facing dog. The knees can be bent. The heels can be lifted. Find any movement that feels good in your downward facing dog. Look forward to your hands, top of your mat. Make your way there. Feet will meet the hands. Hands come to the shins. Lengthen out through the back body. The knees can be bent. Allow the heart to come forward. Hips go back. Hold right here for a little bit longer, but make sure you're not holding your breath. Good. Release down. Come into your forward fold. Fold the body down in half over the legs. Come all the way up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Come right back down, folding over the legs. Hands come to the shins. Lengthen out the spine. Look forward. Plant the hands down, step back to plank. And then lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Settle into your downward facing dog. Find any movement. Find what feels good. Find stillness if you wish. If you're finding movement, maybe you pedal out the legs, bending one leg and then the other, or shifting the weight from side to side. One more big breath here. Look forward to your hands. Make your way to the top of your mat. Feet will meet the hands. Halfway lift, hands come to the shins. Lengthen out your back body. Look forward. Find more space along your spine from the top of your head all the way back to your low back. And fall down over the legs. Drop your head down. Shake it out to release any tension. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up, get big, get tall. Exhale, fold the body down in half. Inhale, halfway lift once again. Lengthen it out. Plant your hands down, step back to plank. Downward facing dog as the hips lift up towards the sky. From here, step your right foot through in between the hands, top of the mat. Lower your left knee, your back knee down. Reach your arms up, low lunge. Settle into this pose for a few breaths before we add on. Can you ground into your right foot and your left knee, as well as the top of your left foot? Can you feel very stable and steady and grounded through the lower body? And can you feel a little bit light and spacious and airy through the upper body? From here, cactus your arms, bending your elbows down towards the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's do that again. Cactus your arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Think of squeezing that pencil in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Bring the hands down, step up. Top of your mat. Come all the way up to stand. Arms reach up, get big, get tall, fold right back down over the legs. Lengthen out, halfway lift, hands come to the shins. Plant the hands down, step back to plank. Downward facing dog as the hips lift up. Take your time to get back to downward facing dog if you're not here yet. There is no rush. Make this practice work well for you. Let's step the left foot through in between the hands, top of the mat. The right knee will come down, reach your arms up as you are ready. Let's stay right here in our low lunge for a few breaths. Ground down through both feet as well as the right knee. Reach up a little bit higher with your hands. Feel very steady and stable and grounded through the lower body. And can you find some lightness and freedom in your upper body? Inhale here. Exhale, cactus your arms. Think of squeezing that pencil in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbows drop down. Squeeze in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. One more time, inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Reach the arms up. Bring the hands down to the mat. Step up, top of the mat. Come all the way up. Get big, get tall. Take up space. And exhale, fold the body down in half. Halfway lift, hands come onto the shins. Find some space in your spine. Plant the hands down. Step back to plank. Drop your knees down to the ground. Lower down, slowly with control to the ground. From here, up onto your fingertips outside of your mat. So your hands will be off of your mat. So your palm is lifted here. You're just on the tips of your fingers. Let's press into the fingers to lift up into a Cobra variation. From here, dip your right shoulder down. Look over towards the left. Come back through center. Dip your left shoulder down. Look towards the right. Come back through center. Lower down. Inhale, lift up. Dip your left shoulder down, look over to the right towards your feet. Back through center, dip your right shoulder down, look over towards your feet to the left. Come back to center, lower down. One more time, lift up. Dip your right shoulder down, look to the left. Back through center, left shoulder down, look to the right. Back through center, lift up. Lower down. Bring one hand over top of the other. Rest your forehead down onto your hands. Stay here and breathe. Know that there's nothing you need to do right now. From here, hands come under the shoulders, come up to a tabletop, tuck all 10 toes under, lift the hips, high, downward facing dog. Step your right foot through, top of the mat, in between your hands. Drop your left knee down, reach your arms up once again. From here, grab onto your left wrist with your right hand, side bend over towards the right. Finding a stretch through the left side of your body. Come back through center, release the hands, interlace your fingers behind your back, bringing the hands down towards the ground, down the left hamstring, the back of the left leg. Finding a stretch through the chest, the shoulders. Maybe you look up. Let's release, reach the arms up. Look up towards the hands if you like. Bring the hands down to the mat, step up. Come all the way up to the top of your mat. Reaching the arms up, get big, take up space, and fold right back down over your legs. Halfway lift. Plant the hands down, step back to plank. Downward facing dog. Settle into your downward facing dog. We'll be here for one big breath. Let's step now the left foot through in between the hands. Drop the right knee down, reach the arms up. Full breaths here. Grab onto the right wrist with your left hand and side bend over towards the left, finding a stretch for the right side of the body. Maybe you start to turn to look under your right arm towards the right side of the room. Release, reach the arms up, bring the hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers together behind you, bringing the hands down the right hamstring, the back of the right leg, towards the ground. Finding a stretch in your shoulders, in your chest. Maybe you start to look up if that feels okay for your neck. Just a little bit longer right here. Good. Reach your arms up. Look up towards your hands if you like, and then bring your hands down to the mat, framing your left foot. Step the right foot up to the top of your mat. Come all the way up to stand. Take up space. Get big. Get tall. Fold right back down over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach your heart forward. Reach the hips back. Plant the hands down. Step both feet back to plank. Drop your knees down. Take a child's pose. Allow the hips to come back towards the heels. Arms can stretch out in front of you. Or maybe you reach the arms alongside your body, fingertips towards the toes. Get settled in here. Make any adjustments that you need to make. And then find stillness. One more breath before we come out of this pose. Start to walk your hands in towards your knees. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders over top of the hips. Take one big breath here in this seated pose. And then slowly and mindfully take your time to come all the way down onto your back. We'll move into bridge pose once you make your way onto your back. So the feet will be on the mat, knees bent, knees up towards the ceiling. Arms alongside your body, palms down to the mat. Press into the feet, engage your glutes and the hamstrings, the backs of your legs, to lift the hips up nice and high towards the ceiling. Allow your feet to be hip distance apart here as well. So not too close together, not too far apart either. Lower the hips down. From here, as you lift the hips up, we'll reach the arms up overhead. onto the mat, onto the ground behind us. As the hips come down, the arms will come back down alongside our body. We'll do about 5 or 6 of these. Inhale, lift, hips and arms up. Exhale, lower all the way back where we started. Inhale, lift. Pressing into the feet, engaging the glutes and the hamstrings. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come back down. 1 more time here. Moving slowly and with control. From here, once you're done that last one, bring your feet out to the edges of your mat. Bring the knees in to touch one another. Bring one hand on your belly and the other hand on your heart. And can you feel your belly rising as you breathe in? Can you feel your belly coming back down towards the ground as you exhale, as you breathe out? Can you feel your heart beating? Are you breathing fast or are you breathing slow? Or are you breathing slow? If you would like to take Shavasana in this position, with the knees together and the feet wide, please do that. Otherwise, stretch your legs out long. Arms can come down alongside your body. Take up lots of space here. Feet can come all the way out to the edges of your mat. The hands and the elbows can be off of your mat as well. If you would prefer to take Shavasana in a seated position, lying on your belly, lying on one side, left or right, you can do that as well. Those are all great options. Take some time here to thank yourself for making it to your mat. Maybe for trying something different. For taking this time out of your day, out of your week, to take care of yourself. To check in with yourself. To notice how you are feeling. Not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally. Noticing what kind of thoughts you are having, what kind of feelings and emotions you are experiencing. Rest here. Know that there is nothing that you need to do. Nowhere that you have to be. Settle into this moment with yourself, with your breath. And allow everything to integrate. Allow everything we worked on today in our practice to come together and to integrate. Please stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish. Take as much time as you would like. When you are ready to come out of it, try to keep your eyes closed if they were closed during Shavasana, and stay mindful and keep your focus inward to yourself as you come out of your final resting pose and you make your way up to a seated position. Please know that if you found this practice helpful, and if you got relief from the way that you are feeling, that you can come back to this practice at any point. You can repeat this class as many times as you would like. I really do hope that this class helps you out at least just a little bit. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. The light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. Namaste.